I tell you, chat, I went on vacation. I was in Arizona for a few days, right? But of course, my trip has to always start out with some bullshit. Always something we can like. It's always something. It's always something regarding whatever fucking team in here in New England, Boston, but New England. You feel me? Like it's always something. It can never be. It can never like we don't really have smooth sailings here in New England. We don't. We never do. You feel me? It's always something, bro. It's literally always something. Oh man. You get a like I don't know what happened. I mean, I know what happened, but I don't know why. I don't know why, man. The Celtics might have just shit themselves for the next 5 years. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why. Don't know why. But more on a positive note, we back. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell is Happening Sports Board, one and only Narrow. And we back with another one. As you can see, I'm up in the room today. I was going to go to the setup, but, you got the Sox playing. But also, it's going to be a short stream. Not going to get too crazy. You feel me? Like, we got to get back to it. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in so far. If you haven't already, like the video up, subscribe to the channel on the red app. You can see it right here at WTHH Sports. You find me on the purple app as well. On the purple app as well. Same thing at WTHH Sports. Also on TikTok. What up, God's Reaper? Clap it up for bro. Shout out to my guy, Lucas. He said, dude, you are so fucking hot. Wow. I'm so flattered. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate for both of you tuning in. Shout out to Lucas, especially. It's been a while since we've seen him. Clap it up for Lucas. Yeah, the Celtics, man. I don't know. But we got to get to it. Jay Beasy. Jaylen Brown. Arguably the hero of the 2024 NBA Finals, which the Celtics won. Finals MVP. He was the man. Jason Tatum was there too. JT was there too. But ultimately, if you're a Jaylen Brown fan, you will remember that during that playoff run and that finals, he won Eastern Conference Finals MVP and he won the NBA Finals MVP. And obviously, by him winning that means the Celtics won the chip. So he was there for that. We know that. But JB is not going to keep wearing that uniform anymore. Yeah, that's right. That uniform right there. That green uniform, that green away Celtics uniform right there. Yeah, JB is no longer going to sport that. He said, I know Brad said it wasn't due to ownership. Yeah, I know he said that, but, I don't know what to believe anymore. I appreciate the 6 people, by the way. But Brad Stevens does not make that type of trade. It was definitely ownership pushing. Exactly. So, with that being said, this is the trade. This is the trade right here. Appreciate the 8 people. The Boston Celtics officially traded Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Paul George, 2 first-round picks, 2028 and 2031, and 2 second-round picks, 2028 and 2030. My nigga, what the fuck? Actually, full screen it. That's all you're going to get, Kaish. You traded him to the rival. You traded him in your division to one of your most storied rivals. My nigga, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm like. Here's the thing, right? Shout out to God. He said, because Brad would find a way to get us Maxey in return and like 3 first rounders. That's a fact. I mean, so let's go back to this trade. Right? So obviously you get Paul George, right? But they wanted Paul George and I almost said Tyrese Maxey, excuse me, and VJ Edgecombe, right? Now, obviously, with the Sixers, you know, they're not going to want to give up Edgecombe. So they said no. Understandable. It's VJ Edgecombe. He's part of your future. Now, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, the Celtics didn't have to trade him there. They didn't have to trade him. If they said no to VJ Edgecombe, Josh, I can't say that. I can't say that. Cannot say that. Lucas, can't say that. You got to chill out. You got to chill out, man. I'm not trying to get flagged. I'm not trying to get banned, my nigga. Please. Can't say the slur. I say what I say, but I can't say that. So chill. Before I get Miles to do you win. Pause. But in all seriousness, I almost said the Red Sox. The Celtics, I'm watching the game also. I know, my fault, but I can't. Now, the Celtics didn't have to trade him there. Right? If I was Brad Stevens, I would have said this. I would have said, oh, you're not giving us VJ Edgecombe? Well, fuck you then. You have to. But they wanted to push this nigga out of their organization, and they just said, fuck it. We'll trade you to Philly. We will trade you to those cocksuckers. That's what they did. They traded him to those cocksuckers. This is the type of trade the Red Sox would make. And the Red Sox make this trade very often. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable, bro. I don't know, like, I get they wanted to push this guy out. I get it. Because for both parties, you could say it was for the better. I still believe Jaylen Brown would have held his tongue and stayed on this team. I know they're talking about, oh, analytics. The analytics say this. The analytics say that. Oh, he doesn't want to take a smaller role, back to his old role with Jason Tatum back. I felt like he could have made it work. I felt like it. But the fact of the matter is you traded him to your most, besides the Knicks, obviously, to your second most storied rival. He said Paul George is a Mossad agent. This nigga devil. This nigga's funny. Mossad. Shout out to Devin Clapping for Devin, by the way. But I tell you, it's like you traded him there, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you get Paul George back. But, nigga, this is the Paul George that just missed 25 games for PEDs. What? Like, hold on. Now I got to go on IG real quick. Got to go on IG. Hold on. Because now I got to show Nick. I got to show y'all this, right? I got to show y'all this. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh. Never mind. We got it. We good. All right, let's go to this real quick before I share screen. There we go. All right. Now look at this. So Paul George is now on the team. We know, right? First day at the Celtics, at the Red Auerbach's facility in Austin. He's wearing number 13 for the Celtics. Right? Now look at his shorty. Now, his shorty look all right. He looks smooth. But that's the same bitch you cheated on. You cheated with while you were dating Doc Rivers' daughter. You sick bastard. You sick bastard. And now you're in Boston after what you did to Doc Rivers? Come on. Glass of water, I'm doing it. You know what? I got to clap it up because I do it too. I could zoom in, but I put my face in between them two things and right in the middle. No cap. I do it. I do it. Here's your water for you, my boy. You feel me? So that's what he did back in the day. And obviously, yeah, Doc Rivers paid for it. He got fired from his Clipper job because of this nigga, right? And then I also watched this nigga get cooked by Seth Curry. Not Steph, Seth Curry, who is now married to Doc Rivers' daughter. Who would have thought? Feel me? Feel me? It like, I'm not mad. Yes, we got to do with no balls, no cap. We got to do with no balls. So here's the thing. Overall, Paul George is a good defensive player, right? He's in the upper echelon. Can he score? Yes. But we're not getting the Paul George from, 5 years ago at most, 7 years ago when he first got to the Clippers right after OKC. We're getting a guy who's a lot older, right? Had some injuries. Fucking just finished getting suspended for 25 games for PEDs, right? And we're getting this guy who, what they think fits more the analytics here in Boston because he can shoot, play some defense, and they much rather take twos. They want to maximize on possessions. That's what the fuck they're talking about, right? But you trade for him, and you let Jaylen Brown go to Philly. Again, your second most storied rival. Come on, bro. It's sad. It's real sad. Because, again, you could have held on to him if you wanted to. You could have probably traded him somewhere else. But for this team, the picks mattered. It seems as though Boston is on a tad bit of a rebuild. Just a tad. Nothing crazy, but just, they're not, it doesn't seem that they're more inclined to try to win a championship this year from what it looks like. Now, anything could happen that they can be in it because you got Paul George, right? Excuse me for a second. There you go. My fault. I had to mute myself real quick. Heard somebody walk. Oh, I heard my mom's walk. So I didn't want her to be all loud and shit. But yeah, it's like, man, like all JB did for this franchise, bro. A franchise that, since he's got to the league, has been in the playoffs every year. He has the most playoff wins as a player since he's been in the league, a part of this organization. And you gave him up for not really much. Fucking terrible. It's insane, man. It's insane. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I have a special somebody. We're going to talk more about that. When I say special somebody, pause. Though I don't want niggas in the comments saying nothing crazy. But I got somebody, a founding member of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. If you tune in, you know who it is. He will be with us one of these days to talk more about this. But the Celtics did make some more notable moves, I should say. You feel me? Let me see. The Celtics also got these two guys. Hold on. There's one. here is 2. I will share both of them right now. Bingo. All right. So on Wednesday, when I left for Arizona on Wednesday, right? Before I got to leave, Celtics made 2 notable signings. First, they signed veteran point guard, 20-year veteran, Mike Conley. We got to clap it up for Mike Conley. Now this is a guy who's he's here in a veteran role. I don't think Mike Conley is going to have a crazy impact, but what Sam Cassell, the assistant coach Sam Cassell, former 3-time NBA champion, a 1-time champion with the Celtics, he's on the bench, assistant head coach, right? You got a guy in Mike Conley who plays the game very well. He is, in terms of his professionalism, he's a guy that is very well respected. He signed for a 1-year deal, I believe less than $4 million, nothing crazy. Probably close to the veteran minimum, excuse me. He's going to be a guy that, again, is going to be a mentor to this team, most likely for guys like Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. Derek White is still on the team, you feel me, as of right now. And all the young guys, Jason said, he's going to be a mentor to these guys, right? I like him a lot. When he was in his prime, Mike Conley was one of the best guards in the league. Very underrated. Very underrated. But he's going to be a guy that, again, is going to bring veteran leadership to this team. And I've always liked him. So, again, one more time for Mike Conley. Now, this right here, this is a notable. Mitchell Robinson, we pried him away from the New York Knicks. He signed a 3-year, $47.5 million deal with the Celtics. So he is here. Neemias Queta also signed a 4-year, $50-something million deal to stay. So their front court is going to be fortified. I would assume Mitchell Robinson is going to start. Queta's coming off the bench. But you got 2 guys right there, especially how Queta played last year. He has more help. He'll be in a reserve role. And honestly, him coming off, I believe if Queta comes off the bench, he's going to be even more dominant than what he was for stretches of last season. But this is a nice pickup. Mitchell Robinson, shot blocker. He's a tenacious rebounder. He's not much of a scorer, and also he can't hit free throws for shit. But regardless, he's going to be a guy that, again, will put his hand up, grab boards, and do what he has to do in certain situations. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. So you get those 2 guys and Paul George. You got 3 new guys on this team, but unfortunately, one of the guys, i.e. Jaylen Brown, had to go. So overall, clap it up for Mitchell Robinson. And as much shit I want to talk about Paul George, share it back to him. Much shit I want to talk about Paul George. Paul George is now a Boston Celtic. We got to live with it. Everybody, we do, unfortunately. We have to. But if Paul George can replicate or somewhat replicate what he's been throughout his what? He came in 2010. So this is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is going to be year 17 for Paul George. If he can bring you at least 15 points a game, fuck it. 15 to 16 points a game, fuck it, we'll take it. And hopefully in this system he can play well. But he is part of this team, so you know what? Clap it up for Paul George. Welcome to the Boston Celtics. Do not rule out anything else happening. Do not. Because, again, Brad Stevens, still off-season, still a lot of off-season left. Another trade could happen. We'll see. But they have more draft capital to make a trade. You feel me? But, yeah. Let's see what happens as the offseason goes. Now. The MLB All Star Game will be happening next Tuesday. A week from today, we will see the MLB All Stars take the field. The home run derby is on Monday night. Now, let's get to the elected starters. Starting with the American League. Starting catcher will be Shea Langoliers of the Athletics. He's making his first All-Star Game appearance. Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first base. He's making his sixth All-Star Game. He is not participating. He is out. He's actually kind of had a down year. and they elected him a starter, i.e., Toronto fans, elected him. All in their right. Vlad is still a great player. He's just having a tough year. But he actually will not be playing. He's going to sit out. Ernie Clement, the AL leading vote getter, will start at second base from the Blue Jays. He's making his first All-Star Game appearance. Junior Caminero, MVP candidate for the Tampa Bay Rays, will start at third base. He's making his second straight All-Star appearance. Vlad Guerrero is making his sixth straight, by the way. Excuse me. Starting at shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. from the Kansas City Royals. He's making his third straight All-Star Game. He's made his third straight All-Star Game, and he's starting his second straight, I believe. Byron Buxton, starting in the outfield from the Minnesota Twins. He's making his third All-Star Game, second straight appearance. He is out for the game. He's hurt. Aaron Judge, currently hurt, is starting as well. Made his eighth All-Star Game. He's hurt. He will not be playing. Mike Trout from the LA Angels is making his 12th All-Star Game appearance, the most out of anybody in this year's All-Star Game. He is currently hurt. He might not play. Aaron Judge, obviously from the Yanks. Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins. As well, I didn't mention that. My fault. Yordan Alvarez is starting DH from the Houston Astros. He's made his fourth All-Star Game. I almost said fourth straight. Well, those are your AL starters. Clap it up for the AL starters. For the National League, catcher Drake Baldwin from the Atlanta Braves will be making his first All-Star Game. He made his first All-Star Game, and he's starting. Congrats to him. At first base, Freddie Freeman, from the LA Dodgers, made his 10th All-Star Game appearance. Congrats to him. 10 All-Star Games, future Hall of Famer right there. Second base will be Ozzie Albies from the Atlanta Braves, former teammate of Freddie Freeman when he was in Atlanta. He's made his 4th All-Star Game. Max Muncy at third base from the LA Dodgers, he's made his 3rd All-Star Game. At short, you got CJ Abrams from the Washington Nationals. He's made his 2nd All-Star Game. 2nd straight, I believe, actually. No, 2nd. He didn't make it last year. 2nd All-Star Game. Outfielder Braden Marsh from the Philadelphia Phillies, the hometown team of this year's All-Star Game, as it's going to be played in Philadelphia. Has made his 1st All-Star Game. Congrats to him. Outfielder Andy Pages from the LA Dodgers, making his 1st All-Star Game. Outfielder Juan Soto from the New York Mets has made his 5th All-Star Game. His 1st as a Met. And finally, our Babe Ruth of this generation's Babe Ruth, future Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest player in the MLB right now, and honestly, the greatest talents to ever touch the game. Shohei Ohtani from the LA Dodgers has made his 6th straight All-Star Game. That is your NL All-Stars. NL starters, I should say. Clap it up for them. All right, let's get to the reserves for the AL. We're going to bang through this quickly. Catcher, Dylan Digler from the Detroit Tigers made his 1st All-Star Game. Other catcher, Adley Rutschman from the Baltimore Orioles has made his 3rd All-Star Game. Congrats to both of them. Nick Kurtz from the Athletics has made his 1st All-Star Game. He was a Rookie of the Year last year. He's making his 1st All-Star Game appearance. He will be starting in place of Vlad Guerrero Jr. Congrats to him. Ben Rice, first baseman from the New York Yankees. Massachusetts native from Cohasset has made his 1st All-Star Game. And then Red Sox own Wilson Contreras is an injury replacement for Vlad Guerrero Jr. He has made the All-Star Game. Well-deserving. Congratulations to him. He's made it. 4th All-Star Game appearance. Second baseman, Travis Bazzana, number 1 pick from a couple years ago from the Cleveland Guardians, making his 1st All-Star Game. Miguel Vargas, third baseman for the Chicago White Sox, making his 1st All-Star Game. Rookie phenom at shortstop, Kevin McGonigal from the Detroit Tigers, making his 1st All-Star Game. Outfielder Randy Rosarena from Seattle Mariners, making his 3rd All-Star Game. Outfielder Cody Bellinger from the New York Yankees, making his 3rd All-Star Game. Outfielder Riley Green from the Detroit Tigers, making his 3rd All-Star Game as well. The DH, the backup DH, Yandy Diaz from the Tampa Bay Rays, has made a 2nd All-Star Game. So now that Byron Buxton and Aaron Judge have pulled out of the game, Expect one of these guys, Arozarena, Bellinger, and Green, to start in. Two of those guys will start in place. That means there will be 2 replacements in the outfield, hopefully. Clap it up for the AL reserves. All right, to the National League. Banging this out quickly again. William Contreras, the brother of Wilson Contreras, at catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, has made it his 3rd All-Star game. Congrats to him. Hunter Goodman, a catcher from the Colorado Rockies, he's made his 2nd straight All-Star game. Congrats to him. Legacy pick at first base, Bryce Harper from the Philadelphia Phillies. The hometown team has made his 9th All-Star game. Matt Olson, another first baseman from the Atlanta Braves, is making his 4th All-Star game. Luis Arraez, second baseman from the San Francisco Giants, is making his 4th All-Star appearance. He could very well be traded at the deadline. Third baseman Sal Stewart from the Cincinnati Reds is making his 1st All-Star game. He's having a nice year. I believe this is officially his rookie year, even though he played last year. I believe. I might be wrong. Shortstop Otto Lopez from the Miami Marlins. 1st All-Star game appearance. Congrats to him. He leads the National League in batting average. Good for him. All right, we got 4 outfielders. For the what's it called? The National League reserves. Corbin Carroll from the Arizona Diamondbacks. I just saw him play in person, by the way. Making his 3rd All-Star game appearance. Pete Crow Armstrong from the Chicago Cubs is making his 2nd straight All-Star appearance. Jordan Walker, Cardinals phenom for the St. Louis Cardinals, making his 1st All-Star game. He's finally put it together. He's having a nice year. Proud of him. Congrats to him. James Woods from the Washington Nationals, making his 2nd straight All-Star game appearance. He's having a phenomenal year. He's hitting bombs he's hitting bombs damn near every night. Congrats to him. And Kyle Schwarber. We know Kyle Schwarber very well for his time with the Boston Red Sox. From the hometown team, Philadelphia Phillies, he will be making his 4th straight All-Star game. Clap it up for the National League reserves. All righty. Now to the AL pitchers. We've already had, for the AL pitchers. I looked at the wrong thing real quick. Oh, and the Red Sox look like they're about to score. Let me fix myself real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Hold on one second. Make sure this looks right. All right, there we go. All right. Now to the American League reserves. Brian Baker from the Tampa Bay Rays is making his 1st All-Star game appearance. Congrats to him. Dylan Cease of the Toronto Blue Jays is making his 1st All-Star game appearance. Kind of crazy that it's taken this long for Dylan Cease to make his 1st All-Star game, but he finally has. Big clap for him. We got to clap it up for him. We do. He's won a Cy Young. You know what I'm saying? He's won a Cy Young, but he finally made the All-Star game. So there you go. Took a while. Aroldis Chapman from our Boston Red Sox, his 9th straight All-Star game, just is now the all-time leader in strikeouts as a relief pitcher. Congrats to him. Big one for him. Jacob Latz, the Rangers closer, making his 1st All-Star game appearance from the Texas Rangers, I should say. My apologies. Parker Messick from the Cleveland Guardians, starting pitchers, making his 1st All-Star game appearance. Drew Rasmussen from the Tampa Bay Rays, their best starter right now. He's making his 2nd straight All-Star game. Joe Ryan from the Minnesota Twins, his 2nd straight All-Star game. Cam Schlittler from Massachusetts, from Walpole, Mass. From the New York Yankees, making his 1st All-Star game appearance. Cade Smith, the Cleveland Guardians closer, is making his 1st All-Star game appearance. Ronher Suarez, who the Red Sox signed in the offseason to a big contract, is making his 2nd All-Star game appearance. Congrats to him. Lewis Varland, who has had a nice year as a reliever for the Toronto Blue Jays. He has made his 1st All-Star game. And finally, former Boston Red Sox, Michael Wacha, is making his 2nd All-Star game from the Kansas City Royals, his 1st All-Star game in 11 years. Crazy. But clap it up for the AL pitching staff. And lastly, we got the National League pitchers. Now, again, more guys will be added. So when more guys are added, I'm going to break it to you. All right. Now we're gonna start. So we're gonna start with the guys that were originally on the team, and then we're gonna go to the replacements. And before we do that, before we do that, I gotta let one rip. Had to. I know you saw the facial expression. There we go. Boom. We are back. All right. So let's start. Chase Burns from the Cincinnati Reds. He's making his first All-Star Game appearance. He is having a sensational year. It's his first official year, what's it called? Full year in the big leagues. Had a rough go of it last year when he was starting, but hey, he's picked it up. He's found a way, and he's been pitching great. Congrats to him. He's one of my favorite pitchers right now in the league. He be throwing gas. Johan Duran from the hometown Philadelphia Phillies making his first All-Star game. Well deserved. I tell you, man, he should have been an All-Star last year, but hey, he's finally an All-Star this year. Congrats to him. Horacio Iglesias from the Atlanta Braves is making his first All-Star game appearance. It's well deserved. He should have been an All-Star a long time ago. He's always overlooked, very underrated, but he finally is an All-Star. Congrats to him. Max Meyer from the Miami Marlins making his first All-Star game appearance. Congrats to him. He was most of the time he's been a reliever, but he's finally been put into a starting role, and he's been pitching great. He will not be pitching in the All-Star game, though I believe he starts on the Sunday before the All-Star game. Mason Miller from the San Diego Padres making his second All-Star game appearance. Not second straight, excuse me. He's having a great year. He should win the National League Reliever of the Year award, the Trevor Hoffman Award. Should win that. But yeah, he came to the Padres last year from the Vegas, almost at Vegas A's, the A's, and he's been pitching great. Jacob Mizorowski from the Milwaukee Brewers making his second straight All-Star game appearance. He will not be pitching. He is starting the Sunday before the All-Star game, but hey, he could very well win the Cy Young for the National League this year. Eduardo Rodriguez, the former Boston Red Sox and now playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks, is finally making his first All-Star game appearance. We have to clap it up for him. Well deserved. It's been a long time coming for Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm so proud of this guy. He's having an excellent year for the Diamondbacks. And the Eldersman, Chris Sale, has finally made his 10th All-Star game for the Atlanta Braves. A former Boston Red Sox hero. He was here as well as Rodriguez when they won the last World Series in 2018. 10th All-Star game, future Hall of Famer. Clap it up for Chris Sale. Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates is making his third straight All-Star game. Congrats to him. He will not be pitching in the All-Star game. He is starting on the Sunday before. Logan Webb from the San Francisco Giants is making his third All-Star game appearance. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto from the defending Los Angeles Dodgers is making his second straight All-Star game appearance. Overall, we got to clap it up for the National League pitching staff. And again, we will have more information on guys that will be added to the game later on. There's going to be more replacements. Obviously, like I said, the two outfielders for the American League, Byron Buxton and Aaron Judge, will need to get replaced. Some guys from the American League pitching staff will get replaced if they do start on the Sunday before and possibly on the Saturday before. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, there's your All-Stars, your American League and National League All-Stars. Again, clap it up one more time for these guys. All righty. Now, final thing of the night. Again, short stream. I'm going to share this real quick. Boston Red Sox, when we last spoke, I left on Wednesday. So last Tuesday's live, the Red Sox got their ass kicked 8-1. Wilson Contreras was ejected from that game, and once he was, obviously, the game changed. So at that point, they were tied 1-1 in the series against the Nationals. They ended up losing that series 2-1. They lost last Wednesday 10-2 in the rubber match. So, it was a tough one. Payne Tolley just didn't have much going. That Nationals offense is the best, arguably the best offense in the game right now in terms of scoring runs. So they did what they had to do. They had the off day Thursday, but they went to Anaheim, played the Angels, and they did what they had to do, a sweep. They swept those guys, and the Angels didn't have much going for them. Clap it up for the Red Sox sweeping the A's. Sweeping the Angels. I said the A's, excuse me. Friday was very notable. Like I said, we're not going to really dive into stats. But I will say Jake Bennett did get the win. He's on a roll right now. He's now 3-3 on the year with a 3.10 ERA. But Chapman picked up his 17th save. And
one more strikeout tonight, and he sets the all-time record.
He did this also
by a relief pitcher. It's not a closer. That is all relief pitchers all time. And the left-hander from the stretch. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's a record for all time. 1,364 strikeouts for Aroldis Chapman. That's the most of any relief pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball.
That is something else. That is quite an achievement. History of the game. Look at that little smile on the face.
All righty. Clap it up for Aroldis Chapman, the all-time leading strikeout. All-time leading strikeout-er for a reliever. One more time. Happy for him. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. He was already in the Hall of Fame. You know, he got 2 World Series. One of the best closer in the game for a very long time, and now he honestly said he made his, that's all he really had to do. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gonna be, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame for sure. Clap it up for happy for him. But yeah, that's 5-2 Friday night. 5-2 Friday night. Saturday. I'll just give the win, the wins and whatnot. Sonny Gray got the win. He's 10-1 with a 2.61 ERA. Spencer Aldeguerri, he took the L for the Angels. Again, not going to really go much into that, but Sonny Gray with his 10th win, arguably the biggest All-Star snub, for the American League pitching staff. Ron Hair Suarez did get hurt. I believe he pulled his groin. He got hurt in this game right here, 7-5 final Sunday night. The Red Sox got the dub. But Ron Hair Suarez did leave this game early with stiffness in his groin. So let's see if he makes his next start. But Greg Weissert got the win, 1-2, 3.89 ERA. His ERA is going down, so that's a plus. Aroldis Chapman did pick up his 18th win, but he did give up a run in this game, so his ERA is up to 2.36 now. His ERA, is ticking up. He's had a couple rocky appearances, but I still believe in Aroldis Chapman. And now the Red Sox, before today's game, they're 40-48. They're winning 8-1 right now, 8-1 against the Chicago White Sox. So should be 41-48. They're starting to do a lot better. Do I believe in them? Not completely, but they're starting to play quality baseball. In this one, notable, notable, notable players in this game. Cedar Rafaela, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. One of those hits was a home run. Wilson Contreras has 2 hits and 2 RBIs. William Bray's on a little bit of a slump right now. I will say that. Romy Gonzalez got a hit and an RBI. Anthony Siegler does have a hit in this game. Jarren Duran, 2 hits and an RBI. Andrew Montesario, 2 hits and an RBI. One of those hits was a home run. And Connor Wong, a hit and an RBI. Peyton Tolley started this game. 6 innings, 2 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts. Pitched great. Should be in line to get the win. Danny Colomé, a third of an inning, 2 hits with an earned run. Also did issue a walk. He struggled this year. He I'll be honest. Danny Colomé, sex cat. One more time. Danny Colomé, sex cat. Yeah. Justin Slayton, 2/3 of an inning with 2 strikeouts. Garrett Whitlock, 1 inning. Didn't record any strikeouts or anything, but he got 3 outs. He's having a great year, and he's on a run right now. And now Ryan Watson is coming in the pitch, so let's see what he does. But this looks like a Red Sox win, so this should be 4 straight wins. Clap it up for the Sox. But yeah, overall, chat. Overall, well, me and my guest when he comes on, you're gonna know who it is. It's pretty simple. If I always mention him being, the helping create What the Hell's Happened Sports, and he's always talking shit in the comments, then you know who it is. So I'll leave that as a surprise for the y'all that don't know. But he will be on. He will be on at some point this week to talk about it. So we're going to talk more about that when he gets on. But overall, the JB trade, the Celtics signings, free agent signings, I should say. The All-Star, who made the MLB, the 2026 MLB All Star Game, and then how the Red Sox are doing. We covered that all today. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, like the video up, subscribe to the channel on the Red app. We are currently live on the Red app and the Purple app. You can find me on both places at WTHH Sports. Sauce me a follow on the Purple app. Trying to get my followers up. And you can also find me on TikTok as well. But with that being said, this has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports, guys. It's your boy, the one and only Naro. We were back with another one. Short stream, nothing crazy. We went just a little over 40 minutes. Hey, we had to do what we had to do. Again, should be a Red Sox win. Should make it 4 straight with them. Before this game, they won 8 out of 10. So they're on a little bit of a roll. And they got to continue that in order for them to really try to, get into a better position to make the playoffs if they do. But also not trade no guys at the deadline. Because this is it's a good quality of guys, and things are looking on the up. So hopefully things do get better. But yeah, I love y'all. Be safe. It's my first time. It's first stream back. I had a great time in Arizona. I really did. I loved it out there. I went to a D-backs game out there. It was fun. They ended up losing, but it was a great time. But yeah, chat, one more time. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Again, like the video up. Subscribe to the channel on the Red app. Follow me on the Purple app as well. You can find me on TikTok. But yeah, I love y'all. Last time, I love y'all. Be safe, and I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.